Okay, so we're going to have a look at linear inequalities. So to begin with, we're going to have a look at finding the integer values which satisfy a certain inequality. So it tells you to write down all the possible values of y. And it tells you that y is greater than -5, but y is less than or equal to 0. So we've got to think of all the numbers which are between -5 and 0. Because this one is not equal to, we cannot include -5. So therefore we've got -4, -3, -2, -1 and 0. The reason we can include 0 is because this inequality here has got that equals to sign. So they are all my possible values of y. So pause the video now if you'd like to have a go at this question by yourself. Right, in this question it's very similar to the one we've previously done. This time it tells you that n is greater than -2 but less than or equal to 3, where n has to be an integer. So we must have -1, 0, 1, 2 and 3. They are all our possible values of n. We include the 3 because it's got the equals to, and we cannot include the -2 because it doesn't. Right, on this next question it tells you to show the inequality on the number line. So to begin with you have to have a look at which number is mentioned, and straight away we draw a circle above the 3. Now this next bit tells you whether you're going to colour in that circle or keep it clear. So if it has a equals to sign, that means we colour it in. If it doesn't, we just keep it clear. So this one we keep clear because it hasn't got the equals to. And it says that x is smaller than 3. So now we just have to point our arrow in the direction where our values of x are less than 3. Part B is very similar, but this time because it's got the equals to sign, we need to colour in our circle. Again, it's values of x which are less than or equal to 3. So again we point our arrow to the left. Finally, part C, we've got a double inequality. So to begin with, we start by drawing the two circles above the two numbers mentioned. Then, because they're both equals to, we shade them both in. And then finally, we connect the two circles with a straight line. Pause the video now if you'd like to have a go at this question by yourself. Right, so on the first one, you've got the inequality x is less than 3. So again we draw a circle above the number 3, and it's all the values to the left of this. In part B it tells you x is greater than or equal to -2. So we draw the circle above -2, we colour this in because it's got an equals to sign, and it's all the values which are bigger than -2. So we're pointing to the right. Finally, our last one, we've got this double inequality. So we start by drawing our two circles above the two numbers mentioned. The -1 is less than or equal to, so therefore we need to colour that one in, and then we join them up. Right, here in question 5, it's just the reverse of what we've been looking at in the previous two questions. So first of all, we write down our number, which is -1. We're looking at all the values which are bigger than -1. So x has to be greater than or bigger than -1. Because our circle's not shaded in, we just keep our inequality without the equal sign. In number 6, you can pause the video now if you'd like to have a go. Okay, so looking at number 6, we've got the two numbers, -3 and 1. This time we're talking about p, and it has to be between these two. So it's got to be greater than or equal to -3. We know it's equal to because it's coloured in. And then p has to be smaller than 1.